Well, hey, namaste, everyone, and welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so grateful that we are here together right now. And I first and foremost want to welcome those of you, I don't care if it's just me right now. It is February 28, 2026, and my heart was called to broadcast to you right now, live here from this very, very sacred valley that we are all that live here so blessed to protect and take care of. And in this very powerful moment, from this sacred valley, from the heart, the center of the world to you, I ran up here to the Pyramid of Peace, and I'm just going to invite you to bring your hand to your heart. And before I begin to give you any of the predictions about the second bell that just rang and the reason that we're here right now, I want you to feel that, all right? I've been talking about these bells. I talked about it last December. I said I would not reveal it, but that when they would happen, bell two rang today. And this is a powerful moment. So I want us to first and foremost bring our hands to our heart as we come together. And if you're catching this in live time again, thank you for co-creating with us. And if you're catching this later on, thank you for finding it right now, whenever you may find this recording. We're going to bring our hand to our heart before I share anything else about the power that's happening right now. And I'm going to tilt my computer because I want to bring you to the center of this extraordinary pyramid. This pyramid is 22 meters tall, built in absolute perfect sacred geometry. And in this moment, I'm offering that gift to you. And I'm looking up myself, feeling the breath and the energy of the incredible brilliance of wisdom teacher Sri Ramka. This was his legacy to the world, in the energy of peace and knowing we would come to a moment where we would all want to raise as many symbols to peace as we can. And as you're taking in that breath, and as I begin to share with you today, I want to share something with you right now, but I don't want you to get sad, okay? When I came in today and I left this for you, this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hummingbird, you see? Isn't he beautiful? And you see the chicana in the middle of our pyramid? When I walked in today, I saw that beautiful hummingbird and realized that that was who had called me here right now to offer this message to you. Because we are known as 12 hummingbirds here. We have 12 different varieties of hummingbirds that we are very blessed to call home with. And whenever one of them says, I am ready to transition, especially when I find them or one of the other residents here finds them, what we notice is that we are at a great moment of blessing, that we are at a great moment of shift. And how appropriate that I was overwhelmingly called, I mean, without any notice, I had to be on the air at 2 o'clock, February 28th, right now, and to find that beautiful hummingbird waiting. So I want to thank you all for being with me for this moment. I want to thank you for being here right now. And I want to invite you right now to bring your hands to your heart as I share. So why this urgent message? Why call us together right now? Why just jump on the air at YouTube without any warning at all? Well, because we are at the moment of your remembrance. This is like if I was to walk out here into this beautiful sacred valley, right, and say, come with me, let's go walk into the sacred valley. Well, that's what this moment is right now. This moment is you walking into the sacred valley of your soul because the second bell is ringing. Now, what does all this mean? Am I talking about any specific religion? Is this Bible oriented? So the first thing I want you to hear is this. Everything that I share with you is simply the way that the universe flows it through me to share with you and has been doing so for over 23 years publicly. Since I've been as tall as I can remember, I've been able to see. And in this moment, that intersection has come forward for all of us to remember who we are while we are in this body of form, while we still can. Now, that's why another reason why I'm coming to you from the beauty of the valley here. And this is why you really want to come touch this land and grab this magic. Because what's happening right now, breathe in through your nose right now. I mean, just breathe right in through your nose, right? Exhaling. And as you are doing that, I want to ask you one thing. Do you notice a greater sense of peace, a greater depth? Are you able to breathe in literally pollution-free air? Are you able to listen as nature still speaks? Are you able to set down that which is trying to control you through AI and even see the real thing when it's right in front of you? 22 years ago, more than that. Oh my goodness gracious, it's probably 25 years ago now, right? Yeah, closer. I had a strong vision that I would be in South America. I had strong visions about what would happen in this world. And I heard these three bells. And these three bells are not dogmatic. They are, if anything, an opportunity for you to break out of that which is seeking to keep you spellbound, to wake up and move through that which is keeping you complacent, right? Get up and move your body. I'm 65. I'm in phenomenal shape. I work out every day. This is the moment for all of us, is to say yes, yes to who we are, yes to what we're doing, and to say it beyond the seeds of fear, doubt, and hesitancy. So I very carefully, when the universe asked me to talk about these three bells, I really, those of you that know me and that have known me on the air for a long time, know this is not what I do. I would never say anything that could be construed as negative or fear-filled. But what I can tell you is this. In January, the first bell was when the incident in Venezuela occurred. It was the first sign of the ringing of the bell of a new harmonic frequency that is trying to interplay with your mind. Now, I want you to really breathe that in. And if you don't understand what I said, I want you to watch this over and over again, because you do understand what I'm saying. You absolutely do, or you wouldn't have found this. And in that, and however it found you, we are all at a moment where I have consciously lived in a bubble for the past 20 some odd years where I choose not to be affected by technology. You know, to the chagrin of everyone who knows me, I am the sole survivor. I refuse to be a slave to a cell phone. And it's not that I negate the need or the use for one. What I'm saying is that at this YouTube channel right here, go watch the erase ultimate mind control video that I put out over a year ago now, and do that practice. Let me show you March, okay? I'm going to share the video, share the screen right now. So in the energy of March, and if you're not aware, I've been a columnist for the Sedona Journal of Emergence for over 25 years now, and they also publish the Ascended Numerology that I produce every month, along with a monthly sharing of predictions. So all the art that you see are the visions that come through me, and the best that I can do to bring them forward for you to see. And so I invite you to relax your eyes, and the first thing you're going to notice, if you relax your eyes, is the infiltration of the eight-pointed star. The eight-pointed star is so powerful, it was one of my first tattoos. And so the eight-pointed star is opening into an infinite potentiality for all. This is beyond any sense of judgment or what you might consider to be reason. It's for all, and all is without any limitation, constraints, or judgments. So when this eight-pointed star opens, the infinite potentiality is going to be felt like an explosion. And on the 3rd, you're going to notice that we have a full moon total lunar eclipse. And that is going to be a very powerful moment for humanity. And what has happened is that in January, the first bell tolled right away on the 3rd. So on January 3, 2026, we had the first bell ring. And then, as I have been saying, there will be 3. And if you go back and look at any of my videos or any of my predictions, you'll see that everything that we've been talking about is coming in right on schedule. And I bow before the divine gift that has flowed through me for so many years to offer things that we can all look at and pay attention to. And I invite your discernment and your love as you do as well. And so knowing that second bell was going to be ringing in February, I have waited all month long to come and speak with you. I held off on predictions for the month because I didn't want to do anything. And here we were on the 28th, and I thought, okay, great. We have shifted this potentiality field, and then there it was. And so today, on February 28, 2026, that second bell, and this second bell is the biggest. Remember, I was describing this. It's like a pyramid, right? So we opened it up. We've been climbing. And today, February 28, that big bell rang, and that second bell is vibrating. And now we're on the slope of integration that's going to seal this, right? But it's still going to be like a seesaw, but it's going to seal it in March. And that's when we're going to have the third bell. And so as you're gazing at the calendar for March, what I'm wanting you to see are a couple things regarding the Ascended Numerology. First of all, the month itself is a 7. So every year, the energy of just March is the 7. And so you always want to look at the 7th of the month. You always want to look at the cycles of 7 in the weeks of that month. However, this year, March 2026, is much more specifically the 8 plus the infinite, and it's coming in as the 8-pointed star is opening. In addition, it is in the ascended consciousness energy of choice. So I want you to really breathe that all in and take a moment and realize that today, when that second bell went off, it went off and said, it is time to choose. Because February was the month of experience. And so what if right now, and I really do want to invite you into this. I mean, bring your hand to your heart, and I want to ask you this. What if right now you could say, okay, Kira, I get it. We are at the brink of war. We're not at the brink, we're there. And I'm not saying that with any energy or any prediction. It's just a fact. We are there. How we navigate this moment is why we are here right now. Because as Einstein said, if we try to solve this using all the things we've done before, it's just the definition of insanity, and it's the way that we can be held captive. You know, way back when in 2008, I first started speaking with you about the battle for the dominion of your brain. And that when people are afraid, they will give away their power. But when people are in terror, they will give away their soul. So, knowing that, and without having anything other than a neutral, all right, I see this energy, let me look at this, around that, what if right now you had the ability to remember who you are? I mean, to fully realize your potential right now through all of this. I mean, honestly, aren't you tired of the hype? Or the AI-generated comments and content and telling us all what to do? I honestly know who I am. And I really invite you to honestly know who you are too, beyond all the illusions. To really remember right now in this body of form how to get everything you ever wanted. How to remember yourself. I mean, honestly, do you wake up in the morning still? Are you one of those that wake up and go, oh my God, what is happening? I mean, bell 2 just rang. You know, I'm not sure I like what I'm doing. I'm not sure I like who I'm with or who I am or any of those questions. You know, maybe you've been messing with the law of attraction for so long that you're like, enough. You know, I get it. I get we can manifest a stopping place or a parking place or a stoplight changing or whatever. But what about the real change? How did we still wind up here? No matter where you are, what is in there right now? What if you really want to go deeper? Because here's the deal. You're ready to go deeper. You're ready. The temple of consciousness itself is open. The third bell will ring as we all step into that temple, as consciousness opens in a way it has never opened before, thereby activating the law of instantaneous manifestation. What is that? Well, the law of instantaneous manifestation is a higher level. And by higher, please don't give me those comments. You know, by higher, all I mean is that rather than the where's my money, where's my honey kind of thing, right? You know, aren't we all above, beyond that? Yes, you can work there. What if we really open our heart? What if we let go? What if we say yes and look in the mirror and go, oh, I get it. The only thing I've ever had in common with everything is me. So that when we can break free of the me being the limitation, we live in the realm where we, you know, I'd just rather be happy than right. Because to be right carries its own judgment. To be happy is to see the oneness in all. To go beyond it being an emotional thread. To feel it as a sense of oneness, where the synchronicity comes together. So, you know, if you've tried the law of instantaneous or the law of attraction for years and nothing's really happened, well, I just want you to know there is another way. And on March 11th, and it's the other reason why it was so urgent that I came to speak with you today, we are ready to learn. There is a training, there is a journey that you can take that is your ascension mastery training that brings you to where you need to be, have been waiting to be, and are ready to be, right? Because the key is to remember yourself while in this body of form so that you can achieve what you've been knowing you're capable of achieving. And I am honored to be standing here at this moment. I know why my body reformed itself. I know why at 65 I'm in the best shape I've probably ever been in. I know why I have been granted custodianship of this incredible property. I know why others are being called to be granted that custodianship, why partnership is finding its way back into the heart of what I am as you are. Divine partnership, divine coupleship. We're going to be talking about all of that. I'm going to be talking about all of that, and you are going to remember and bring it in starting March 11. I really invite you to get to iamkira.net and join me in the Temple of Consciousness itself. Get the Ascension Mastery training you are deserving and ready to have. And together, we can bring forward a gentler third bell. Because when that third bell rings, when it comes forward, and I already showed you the March calendar, I'm going to do something I don't ever do. I'm going to give you a sneak peek of April. And the reason I want to give you a sneak peek of April right now, I'm trying to find my share screen, is because in that energy, in that moment, what you're going to see is the result of after we have been in this moment right now. And so I want to share that with you. And if you gaze at the April calendar right now, remember one thing. Do you see in the middle there? You see there is this energy of oneness. There is this eternal activation. All of this unified field energy, becoming aware, becoming present, recreation. April 2026 will bring us into transcendental shift, period. And an awareness of a new day, carrying, and here's what's important to remember, the same energy. March is a 7, March 2026 is an 8 plus the infinite. The bell's going to ring for us all, and it's going to ring together. I want to remind you right now that while these two bells have rung, and while humanity is expanding through that which it has never expanded through before, this is your moment. This is the active moment to embody the yoga of self-ascension. This is the moment to remember beyond AI, and there is a way to do it. I have been doing this publicly for over 23 years. Go deep into my YouTube channel and use it as your own BS filter, because the voice of clarity is yours to carry. I'm the real thing, as are you. I'm verifiable, as are you. But together we are better. Share this channel. Make sure you subscribe. And for all, please send us some messages. Literally every single message is looked at and responded to, because this is your moment. And then make a note. Get down here. July 31, a lot happening. This month right now, bring your hand to your heart. Feel the power of that second bell. And if it causes you anything other than a moment to gaze from above, then be aware that fear may be driving you. This is the moment not to be afraid. This is the moment to transcend and to remember, and you are ready. There are 6 planets in alignment. There is your heart that is beating in this world. And there is the transcendent presence that has always been, that is radiantly smiling at you, knowing this moment has arrived. I love you dearly. Get to iamkira.net and give me a buzz.